did you ever lose yourself? You know, you coming from the 7-year-old village in Africa, flying on a plane for the first time. I'm sure that has always grounded you, and you always have something to be grateful for, and look around and say, "What has my life become?" But did it ever get to a point where you weren't that person anymore, and maybe your values got skewed and your priorities changed because of your success?
Yeah, I think the values and the skewed part came before the success. And that was when I finally got into the US and trying to fit in. I literally didn't forget, but ignored all the values, the religious teachings, the spiritual behaviors. I just wanted to be accepted by the friends, the peers. So I got into a lot of shit just on GP.
Locked up, baby.
Yeah, and that's what ended me. That's how I ended up getting locked up. You know what I mean? Just trying to find ways to, like, I would honestly do things that I ain't even thought I was even capable of doing just to impress people. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing things that I didn't think I had the courage to do just to impress my homies, or so they don't think I was a punk. Like,
and this is in Jersey. What were you in
Jersey?
In Trenton, or like where were you? At? Newark?
Well, Jersey was really where it all went down.
Yep.
Jersey. This is why I represent Jersey.
What year is this?
It was
like early 2000, early 2000.
It was in the 90s.
Oh, late 90s.
Yeah,
mid 90s.
I would just say 90s.
Got it. The whole 90s.
90s was a problem.
So you got into it was what, boosting or stealing cars, right?
I kind of dibbled and dabbled in a little bit into everything, but then that's when my instincts kind of caught, and more of my business savvy kind of kicked in, because I was thinking about all the hustles that could be fruitful, right? But the ones with less risk. I always thought that drug dealing was the dumbest hustle in the world. Like, first of all, you're doing all this for a $3,000 to $4,000 profit. Like, what the fuck? It's so stupid.
It was so dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's
like,
risky,
okay, first of all, if you're peddling on the street level, okay, you're gonna make maybe $2, $3 per bag, like profit. Like, first of all, for all that risk, it ain't worth it. If you gonna go anything, you gotta go big as a drug dealer to make it. Like, you gotta
What do you consider big? What do you consider big?
I'm talking about 100 keys or less.
Wow.
I mean, or more.
Wow.
That's the only way it makes sense.
Wow.
Because you're gonna
but that's to you.
No.
But when you're living in Bridgeport or Newark or wherever,
then you rob a drug dealer. You rob that motherfucker.
Do not do that.
No,
please.
listen. Because it's the same risk. It's the same risk. Listen, let me explain something, right? And yeah, kids, do not, whatever you do, don't try this.
Don't even fuck
at
with
home,
drugs, bro.
Stay away from drugs as far as
yeah.
possible. We had no choice at that time. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna go there, just listen to the odds, right? As a drug dealer, dumbest hustle in the world. If you're not doing it on a bigger level. And you ain't gonna make it. Just stop. Just don't even think about drug dealing. Just stop. It's like winning the lottery. And even then, you're gonna die. You're not gonna make them. You ain't gonna make it long enough to spend the money. So think about it. Okay. If you're lucky, you might get a key for like 15 grand, but that's like the ultimate hookup.
That's so cheap, bro.
That's the ultimate.
So cheap.
Ultimate hookup.
It's like you're in the port waiting.
Now I'm talking days when I was coming up. I don't know what the prices are today. I ain't been in the market forever.
30 plus, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
15 was the price if you had a plug. If you didn't have a plug, 20. Because a plug is gonna make us 5,000 on top. Yeah. If you get it off for 25, you would be lucky. But they're gonna talk you down to about 23.5. So your profit is about $3,500 average. Now, with that 35, this is a whole key. If you get stopped or caught, you're doing 25 years.
For just one. For
one key.
For one.
Yeah. One key. Don't mention the people that you rolling with that you may not just trust. That might rob you for that if you get caught slipping, right? And you literally constantly watching your back. You got to find a place to stash it and hope it's safe enough, because if you lose it, if you was fronted that, you got to come up with a whole 20 whatever stacks to pay the person that fronted you that money. And if you
fast.
Right. Fast. At the time you're supposed to deliver the profit, you got to come with the money regardless. Or you just hope that he's a nice guy and give you a shot. Otherwise, he capping you. All that for $3,500.
That doesn't check out. It's not worth
it. Doesn't make sense.
No.
Now, if you get 100 keys, okay, cool, that's $35,000. No, 350,000.
No, 350,000.
$350,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that worth the risk? Maybe. But it's better than 3,500.
Yeah, for sure.
At least with 350,000, you can buy your life back.
Yeah.
Anything past that, okay, I can say in those days it was worth the risk. But if you ain't doing it on that level, stay far away.
But when you get to that level, there's such a difference in the operation. I mean, you've got brokers, you've got actual wire transfers, maybe. It's a completely different ball.
But it ain't no wires. It's all cash.
Yeah.
You got to have a stash houses you got to find See, the hardest part when you get to a certain level is finding places to hide the money.
The money's the biggest problem.
Because it's all cash.
That's the biggest problem that the cartels have.
Until Bitcoin came about, it was only cash transactions. That's it. Like, this is why you see, these cartel guys, they was like renting out cul-de-sacs in Miami, like 5-6 homes full of money.
Just to put money.
in.
Pablo Escobar said he was losing $1 billion a year just to rats and insects.
Yeah, just to rats and
$1 billion a year in cash.
This is
bro.
insects eating up the money.
Yeah.
Like eating it, literally eating it.
Hey guys, if you like that clip, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more zany clips, click the video right here.